May the Lord rebuke me if I'm saying anything wrong here. So I'll start out with my journey in the server briefly. I was an early member of the server since 2023 and have been a regular server, still have been in the server till 2024. Why did I leave the server, or rather, why was I banned? Well, that was because I opposed the server after Dionysios, one of the founders and the former owner, second owner, sent child pornography in the server. Uh, he literally tagged the whole server. He initially made a special channel for that. Then he tagged everyone in this server that claims to be orthodox, and he showed us those explicit images, of course, that were sent to him by his ex-girlfriend, who was a minor. She was below 16, so she wasn't even able to consent. She did have an ID, so you can guess her age, but I will not reveal any very personal information. Just this victim was a minor. No, I will also say the fact that Dionysius was a minor as well, and still is a minor. In fact, he's younger than his girlfriend, and George is slightly older than Dionysius' ex-girlfriend. Also, sorry, man, don't forgive me. I said Dionysius' girlfriend. No, I meant to say ex-girlfriend earlier. No, what does this have to do with George? Well, George still operates this server when the server should have obviously been taken down, because the server endangered minors since we let two very childish people run a large server which claimed to be Christian, and we saw what it led to. And now this server is still gaining popularity and is still run by the same childish person as before, right? The only difference is that the other childish person is no longer running the server, so he's still active online, which is interesting. He calls himself a theologian on Instagram and TikTok, and from what I understand, he's a reader. That's weird. Dionysius, I mean. We will get, maybe we will get deeper into that. Now, why do I think that the server should be taken down, and why I also blame George? Well, from my perspective about what happened, um, those images stayed there for quite a lot of time. So it wasn't like George deleted them like when he woke up. Why? Because he claims to have woke up at a late hour, at 6 p.m. But that's really something which not usually happens, which is weird to happen on that specific day. This is why I reject his claim. He cannot prove this. I believe that he woke up at a somewhat normal hour. He knew what was happening, and he just, when he realized that this could take the server down, uh, him and Dionysius deleted those things, and he banned Dionysius maybe. So honestly, it's more likely that he just removed Dionysius rather than banning him, or that he left himself. That's what could be possible. No, another reason for why people should leave this server is because not only just leave, but to report on why the server should also be ultimately removed. Besides the fact that George is still someone who should not run a server, this server, if someone just uses a basic script or plugin or whatever, he can access those deleted nudes of that girl. What does this mean? This means that if someone who tries to endanger her furthermore, or who is a degenerate and he is able to access deleted messages, which you can, I say, I believe you can, because there are scripts which allow you to see deleted messages, and possibly even would allow you to see deleted channels and their messages. And by the way, I guess every message is anyway saved, but you know what I mean. So let me get this point across. I will describe my 2 points. One, George is also put to blame for this because he allowed this to happen, and because he's still a childish person, we should not run the server. We should not run any server. Second of all, the server is still a danger to that girl because, as I said, someone can still access those photos. Furthermore, endangering her. Now, I hope that people understood those 2 points, and now I will say why George is still a childish person. Well, to start off with, he's not an adult, okay? He's like 17 at max. It is normal for him to not be mature at that age. I understand that. That's normal. But he should not run a server, and he should not be this immature specifically. When I pointed out, the fact that he lied about Dionysios being a priest, and I will show the image right here, as proof that he admits what happened and as proof of him lying. So I really pointed that out because, his friend cannot be a priest. His friend is 15 at max today. Priests need to be at least 30 to be, priest, and to be in clergy, you need to be at least 20. So he cannot be a priest. And when I pointed that out, then George claimed that Dionysius is actually a subdeacon. Once again, to be a subdeacon, you need to be 20. So it's not a part of clergy, you still need to be 20. Then he tried to cope, one of his friends tried to cope by saying that George actually meant reader, that Dionysius is a reader, but once again, while the terms might be similar, calling someone a subdeacon to a reader is not really a coincidence, right? I mean, it cannot be a coincidence. It cannot be just a rookie mistake. He truly did lie about Dionysus being a priest. He wasn't just misunderstanding it, and he truly did lie about him being a subdeacon. Now, the very fact that he still lies about it to me shows that they're still friends. To me shows that he still doesn't understand what was the wrong thing did, and I hope that you guys can understand that this guy is a liar. This guy is not orthodox, neither is Dionysius. His server is not orthodox, and you should not be there. And regardless, they actually have people who are pro globalism in their server, and they are high ranked server people. They have antifas, they have jihadis undercover. They're like jihadis pretending to be inquirers. That's just something interesting. I have to research more. Also, a lot of their nitro boosters are not orthodox. One of their nitro boosters even was pro-abortion. And I still remember some weird people donating to their nitros. So I'm really wondering. Someone say bless me in the comments. Right. Him making someone, I think was Skittles, to boost his server. That was just weird. So the conclusion is, this server is not orthodox. You should not be in this server. You should go for other orthodox communities and do not trust those people. Now, I hope that They will change, they will see the problem, and that this server will ultimately be deleted because it does not belong on this platform. Bye.